So these two comedians are beefing. End of the world, and let's be real. If someone has been ousted or harmed, should we really believe him when he says stuff? Let's talk about it and let's keep it real. So they've got beef. They've got beef. There's trouble in paradise, man. The two love boys seem to have fallen out, bro. And look, first of all, I just thought it was weird because I said to myself that okay, so America, you literally have a non-American, um, and pretty much an apartheid merchant who is been given government's official duties. And again, this is what I try to explain to people. Like, Musk is a glorified coder. That's what he is. He isn't a genius. He isn't a maverick. He isn't a Bill Gates. He's not a Steve Jobs. He's not a Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's not a genius. He is a glorified coder who used daddy's money, from my minds, to pretty much jump on the bandwagon of different companies. So that was it. And that guy, you're giving him official duties to do within a country, government duties. It's freaking insanity. But Trump is one of those guys where Trump is very easy. If you're loyal to him, he'll remember. And he always remembers people who are loyal to him, and he'll always give you that job. So that's why I say, oh, bro, Musk, you supported me, you did all this kind of stuff for me, man. You can help me out and everything. But things didn't really go well for Musk. It's been rocky for Trump, and Trump eventually was like, look, I think your time here is done. I think we're all good, and supporting you and your stuff within our country is gonna be a bit wild. And Musk goes, oh, hold on. I scratch my back, I scratch yours. I supported you. I used the Twitter to pretty much support your campaign, misinformation, all that kind of stuff. So therefore, anything that I need, government subsidies and everything for my company, SpaceX, you need to help me. Because that's how it works. Because I think, so there's this movie you guys should watch, Nixon. Shouts, directed by Oliver Stone, starring Anthony Hopkins. And there's a scene where he's basically, like, Nixon is like, he's in this room, and they're basically surrounded by all of these guys who pretty much all helped him. And they're all reminding Nixon that, yo, we got you into office. That we did our part. Now you need to do your part as president to make sure that you fulfill your duties, which is that to make sure that our interests are met. That was the deal. We do what we need to do, lie, cheat, steal to get you into office. Once you're in office, you make sure that all of our needs are met. If you don't do that, there are going to be issues, there are going to be problems. So it's similar. So Musk was like, no, I helped get you into office. You owe me. You freaking owe me. And Trump, of course, he freaking owes him. He does owe him. So it is what it is. So, like, if we're talking street talk, he owes him. But from Trump's point of view, it's like, I'm in office now. Screw it. Okay, yes, I owe you, and I will just decide not to owe you. I'll decide to break a promise. Screw it. All right, break a promise. Except there could be consequences. So there's a lot to unpack here. Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day. So here's the thing. So remember what I started with in the video? Should you really believe someone who's been ousted, who's been hurt? So let me give you an example. So it's like a woman really likes a guy, really into a guy, really into a guy. And then the guy dumps her. Let's go and everything. And then the woman now says that everyone, Everyone that's the guy is a really, really horrible person. And he smells. And he has stinky feet and everything. And he has like freaking acne and an alien's growing under his armpits and everything. Like it's really it's like when you just see him, he's really like the disgusting person. He's really unkempt and he doesn't shower and everything. Should you believe her? Or is there a tax on what she's saying, that she's only saying that because she's been hurt and because she's been dumped, her emotions are running high, and she now wants to now take down this guy based on how she's just feeling after she got dumped by the guy. So you have to use context. So my thing here is, should we believe Musk? Or is he just saying this because he knows how stupid people are, how gullible people are, how desperate people are to link everyone with Epstein? So he knows that by saying this, people will start asking questions, and it could now sort of disrupt how Trump is viewed, and just Trump his personal persona. So again, you have to take this with a grain of salt, because again, if he said this while he was still a government official, then I'm like, okay. But the fact that you're saying this after you've been ousted and when he's pretty much trying to now sort of distance you away from your role in the US government, this is like the dumped wife. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. So this is like, you're ditching me, I'm going to make you pay. So it's similar to what I said, the Nixon example that I used. That all of those guys who basically backed him in that room were like, bro, if you don't do what we do, we're going to bring you down. And we'll use whatever influence we have to bring you down. So Musk knows that his big influence is Twitter. So if he says, because I have him blocked, so I can't see this on my channel because I've had him blocked for like a year or so. So I don't even know what the guy tweets. So I had to go to Google Images to actually get this stuff. Because bro, I can't deal with a guy that just speaks Japanese and a moron. Like I told you, I don't speak basic moron. I can't speak fluent moron. I don't even speak a basic moron. So sorry, people who are fluent in moron or speak basic moron, like I can't understand them and everything. So no. So yeah, but that's why I'm going to take this with a grain of salt. But here's the thing. This is just me, General Huffle, like guy. I think he's in those Epstein files. 100%. 100% he's there. I'm just trying to use my logic here. So outside of like, because again, one thing with the Musk tweets is like, are you saying that's because you really know something very fast, or are you saying that's because we know that from Musk, he is a guy the guy's a child. And the way he acts is like a petulant child. And the dangerous thing is that you have a very immature moron who just happens to be the richest guy in the world. So when you're dealing with a petulant child who acts very childish and acts like a freaking 13, 14-year-old, you can't take anything the guy says seriously though. So you just have to view him as a freaking moron, just to ignore the guy. But the thing though is, sometimes morons can tell truths. Sometimes fools can mistakenly hit truths. What does it say? A broken clock is right twice a day. I think Trump is in those Epstein files. Trump is rich. Trump did come out and say, grab him by the pussy. Trump 100% strikes me as a guy who will probably be, let's just say, I believe he's on that DiCaprio at a time. He's on that DiCaprio type of time. Trump is definitely on that DiCaprio type of time, 100%. So I do feel that if he will never make those things public or full access, because he knows that he is for sure somewhere in those files, 100% for sure. Like when you just look at what happens to Epstein and how dodgy that was, and you look at the kind of people that would have been there, rich, privileged, high rollers. Of course, Trump must be there. Of course, he must be there. So what you now have is, because you have to understand that the world that we're living in, it's a crazy world we're living in. We're living in a very crazy world. And we're living in a world where a guy like the Musketeer can just, like a tweet, can do the rounds. Because again, like, we have a world where a glorified coder can put out a tweet and Al Jazeera, BBC News, and all these news outlets will carry it. And I'll be like, oh, do you know, bro, this guy was commenting on like the protests and demonstrations in freaking England, and people were, so I said, wait a minute, why are you responding to what this guy is tweeting? But that's the world we're living in. We're living in the world of influencers. We're living in the world of social media. And we're living in this crazy mad world where just guys from the road, guys like the Musketeer, who's literally a guy from the road, a fruit seller from the road, we now have to now talk about what this guy is saying. So, but I think he's in those Epstein files. Of course he is. Guys, I would be shocked if Trump has no involvement with Epstein and is not in those Epstein files. I will be shocked. I will be shocked. Guys, look at the way Trump moves. Look at how the guy operates. Of course he's there, bro. Now, what kind of influence does he have and what is his involvement? I don't know. He is in those files. So that is a fact. He is in those files. Now, what his involvements are in those files, we just do not freaking know. And my thing with Epstein is we may never know. Because if Trump is smart and he has access to those files, whatever as president, what he's doing right now is anything that involves me, I'm going to burn, shred, and destroy. And anything that involves my enemies, anything that involves people who threaten my influence, I'm going to keep them. So if anybody of like those get out of line, I'll just publish that and destroy them. And I think that's what he's working on. I think that would be the wise and the smart thing to freaking do, bro. So, yeah, it is what it is. But guys, what's a mad, crazy world we're living in, man.